What's up guys, it's your boy back with another video, and today we're going to be doing something a little new, trying to change things up and see how things go. But basically we're going to be doing a short replay analysis on SR.Saberlight's Dead Profits gameplay. I got this replay from Dota 2 Pro Tracker, and I'll leave the match ID in the description down below in case you guys want to check out the replay yourselves. And with that, let's talk a little bit about Dead Profit. According to Dota 2 Pro Tracker, Dead Profit is among the most picked heroes in the offlane with a 53% win rate. I believe that's the highest win rate hero right now in the offlane. This hero has been proven to be significantly strong, but I think it's the laning stage that requires the most attention. Once you're out of that, the hero just becomes pretty easy to play. So today I'm going to be focusing on the few things that I feel we should heavily take note of that Saberlight does. So yeah, let's hop right into it. First things first, I think most players gotta know, if you play in the offlane, when you're coming down to the lane, there's not much you can do other than placing a lane ward, or the other important thing is actually to check whether there is a ward on the hill, and you can do that super easily by just walking into the trees right here. So as you can see, like Saberlight just walks in here just to check whether the tower hits you, because by default during the night the tower actually has low vision than its attack range. If there's vision over here, tower will automatically hit you, so you know that if you get hit, guaranteed there's a ward on the cliff up here. Yeah, this one. So there are two spots actually you can check on the one that he's standing right here. The other one that's a little bit safer in my opinion would be to stand right here. You can see my mouse. Yeah, basically that's the spot that I usually use to check to see if there's a ward or not. Then moving on from that, the general stuff just occurs where you try to get the rune, you fight for the bounty if you have your teammates around you. If you're outnumbered, please don't. I think you don't ever want to sacrifice a ton of regen for a bounty rune, and I really think you don't want to die, because in my opinion all these small little things that people get an edge above you will make a difference in your laning stage. So try not to take too much damage, try not to die, and honestly don't burn your regen. And important thing to note is on that profit you definitely want to get your first skill at level 1, and this is mainly because you want to have a skill that helps you secure the range creep. So the first few minutes is literally going to be just a battle of maybe poking a little bit, but the main concern is going to be just making sure that you can get the opponent range creep, and also to try to deny your team your own one lah. So it's going to be difficult lah, okay, basically because the enemy is also going to have the same mindset. They're going to try to use their spells to get the range creeps, yes, and that Prophet as a hero is not really that tanky, so you want to just not take too much damage, not trade so inefficiently. I would try to use the maximum range whenever you're hitting something, even if it's a hero or a creep. Don't walk too near. Generally, range heroes want to come a little bit nearer so there's lesser flying of their attack animation, so you can get the CS better. But I think for this hero, you might want to play it a little bit more safer. Also have to look at the matchup that you're playing against. Like a Weaver Bane is honestly pretty difficult, especially when Weaver hits level 2. Even level 1 is pretty hard because he can just Skuchi away, or he can just hit you once and then Skuchi, and Bane makes it even more harder because he just has Enfeeble, and Enfeeble just reduces your attack damage. Yeah, it reduces your attack damage, your cast range, and it even does damage over time. I think this is like one of the most broken level 1 spells in the game. So yeah, just focus on getting levels, use your first skill to get range creeps, yes, and whenever you get a chance, try to hit the enemy. My ideology of how things should go is that basically do something lah, okay? If you can't do anything, just try to make their life a bit of hell, and don't burn too much of your resources. Try to burn theirs more if you can. And as you can see, Saberlight actually made a misstep. I think he could have got that kill if he had just picked his stick earlier. Yeah, could have definitely got that kill. But now you can see like Weaver didn't really take any damage. He did burn a bit of mana throughout that whole engagement, but fortunately, okay, so Saberlight's back to full. So in my opinion, I think this is a big win for Radiant, because basically they didn't burn anything on their core. They burned a ton on their support, but that's fine, you know, most of your supports are going to try to do that kind of thing. So yeah, so now as you can see, he's still just trying to focus up on getting his levels, getting his EXP.
Yes.
He's harassing here and there whenever it's possible, but he's not overcommitting. And whenever he gets a chance, he will throw his third skill out to make sure that he's definitely winning the trade lah, okay? Especially if he's not getting beat up by 2 heroes. Like you can see just now, I'll rewind it a bit so you can see
Yes.
So he tried to deny the creep. He noticed Weaver was gone for the Lotus, and he just pressed his third on the Bane. And the Bane automatically can't just right click him without taking too much damage lah. And yep, another good thing to note that I feel a lot of players tend to not do is hold your skill points. So level 3, you don't really know what you really need right now. I think level 1 Q is enough. for you to secure range creeps. You don't necessarily need to level it up to level 2. There might be a chance where you might need the silence because he's playing against a Weaver if there's skill potential, but right now nothing's happening so he's just holding on to the skill point. Yeah, so this hero is not that strong in the lane, like in the sense that he takes a lot of damage. Okay, he's not really that tanky, so don't hesitate to use your E even on a creep just to get your HP back. At the end of the day, it really comes down to a regen battle. If you don't have to spend so much money on your regen, I think you'll be indirectly winning the lane. So now, if you want to talk about item builds up, the standard one is to always go into Arcane first so you can spam a little bit more. The only way you can really outwin a Weaver or any other hero is to basically just out-harass them by using your Q more. And yep. The next important thing would be, I think, looking at item build-ups. So yeah, going to Arcane is definitely the right choice. You want to be able to spam out your spells a lot more. And this hero does have mana issues, especially with trying to spam your Q. Basically, you're going to be playing around that mainly because your attack damage isn't that high and securing CS is just going to be harder in general without it. So definitely go to Arcanes first. The next thing would be, on average, I think everybody would want to build into a Veil and then go into a Shivas. So you definitely want to go for the Helm with Iron Will first. This will at least give you some sustainability in the lane. The armor is good and also like the regen, you know, it's just good overall. Most of the time in the current patch, I think most heroes in the safe lane are usually physical damage heroes. So Helm with Iron Will is basically the replacement of Ring of Health from before, when people are just buying Ring of Health so that they can stay in the lane and then just, you know, building up into a Vanguard, which you can't do now. So yeah, this is the new build. Then, whenever it's possible, just run at your opponents. Like you see now, it's literally just a regen trade-off game. If Dai is on a high HP, they're just gonna be running at Radiant. If Radiant's on a high HP, then Dai has to play safer. And yeah, pause here. Let's.
The battle resumes.
So yeah, after you play out the laning stage and you've already secured your ton of range creeps, you've got your levels and all that, what you want to do is that you eventually want to be maxing out Crypt Swarm. Yeah, because that's your main damage output. I think it's pretty hard to stay on heroes and you don't really need a lot of Spirit Siphon charges, so it's fine, you can play around it. I think a big thing to note after that would be that you would want to be able to use your ultimate as fast as you can, okay? Because like you want to put it on cooldown so that you can, but of course you want to use it with a purpose, right? So there's only two options here. Either you're running at the carry hero here, you're TPing in for a team fight, or you're automatically trying to push the bottom lane tower. So that's the only two things. Here you can see he saw a team fight happening at his tower and it was deep inside their side of the map. So he decided to try to TP over, use the ultimate to try to take the fight. Unfortunately, they all got away, but it's not all to waste because the mid tower is still here. So he can still at least put some pressure on the mid tower. I don't really think he's going to get a lot of value out of this, but at least it's something, you know. And downtime on that Prophet is the same. You're just going to be farming. That's literally how all offlane heroes are right now. They usually play around some ultimate ability or some, like a ton of farm. Ooh, that was so close. He just got away in like the last second when his ulti was ending and it just healed him up completely. Yikes. So yeah, there you go. So he just runs back bot, starts pushing out the lane. Keep farming, keep your CS up. If you can see, he's not that down below in the CS chart. Like, of course, Akunka is going to be hitting a lot more creeps and not missing a lot more CS. But yeah, so this guy is, considering the fact that he's already made one rotation, I think having 50 CS at minute 10 is pretty okay. Yeah. Did about, I think, half HP. No, okay, he did quarter damage to the mid tower. Then now he's just back to hitting the bottom lane tower and pushing out this lane. Getting this tower is going to open up the map a bit more for him. Like, he can start farming the jungle a lot more safely. So yeah, you want to definitely get this tower down as fast as you can. I personally would rather use my ultimate ability on hitting the bot lane tower most of the time. So I would try to get my teammates to come over to bot lah and fight around me instead of me going to a team fight. But sometimes you can't do anything, right? It depends on where the opponents are also playing. Like if they're diving a mid and it's like a very good, it looks like a very good team fight for y'all if y'all just get there in like a split second or something. Obviously you want to just TP over.
Radiant's middle tower is taking a drubbing.
So yep, Then, okay, so the last thing would be to talk about the build-ups. I think
Radiant's middle tower
best
is under
item
attack.
recommendations for that
But
profit
the
would be
Dire's top tower
definitely go into
is
the Veil of
under
Discord.
attack.
Then, once you do that, you want to build up into the Shivas. Um, you want to also see what's happening in the game. So, if let's say you need to go a more defensive route, and when I mean a defensive route, meaning where you're taking a lot of spell damage, you might want to consider um, rushing into the Eternal Shroud. So
Dire's
this
middle
way you're
tower
a
is
bit
under
more tankier
attack.
to spell damage, get a lot of mana regen from it as well. And yep,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle
so
tower is
yeah,
under attack.
then the second round would be to go into, of course, if you need armor, nothing better than just getting a Shivas. Okay? And guys, I've made this mistake a lot of times, but if let's say they have a lot of
But the
silences
Dire's top tower
or
is under attack.
heroes like Viper or yeah, Viper mainly, and then like a silencer or something, just go for the
Dire's middle
Yule
tower is
Scepter
under
Rush.
attack.
You need something to get out of these spells.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Like you
under
really
attack.
need, and honestly, Yule Scepter is alright on this hero as well. It gives you the ability to chase.
Radiant's courier has been
Allows you
slain.
to have something to cancel out TPs if people are just trying to TP away from you when you're running them down. Um, the other option also, if you need a lot of chase and like
Radiant's
a lot
middle
of catch,
tower
I
is
mean,
under attack.
you can definitely go into the Aethos route as well. But I firmly believe like the best item route would be to go into this Veil of Discord,
Radiant's middle tower is
get your
taking
wand,
a
of course, and your Arcane Boots, Veil of Discord, then go into Eternal Shroud, and then get a Shivas from there. Then if the game's going really well, you can, and you don't need a BKB, you don't need the magic immunity, debuff
Radiant's
immunity in
middle
this case.
tower is under attack.
Um, just go into
Radiant structures, they're
a Kaya
fortified.
Singe, and honestly, you'll be doing so much of damage. That's
Radiant's
one, and
middle
it'll be
tower is
super hard to
taking
kill
a
you.
drubbing.
So
But
yeah,
the Dire's top
game becomes
tower
very
is
easy from
under
there. You can
attack.
just always stand in front, and nobody can do anything.
Radiant's middle
It
tower
gives
is
your
under
teammates, it really
Radiant's
opens up your
middle
teammates
tower
to
is
a lot of
fallen.
options.
But
Like it's
the
a lot
Dire's
easier to
top
play,
tower
especially
is
in the
under
low tier
attack.
pubs. So keep that in mind. So yep, I think that's about it for today. And this is a new approach, and I think this would definitely
Dire's
be
fortified, I see.
a better way of how I would like to
But the
approach
Dire's
things
top
from the
tower
future.
is under attack.
From the future, what am I saying? In the future. So basically, yep. And same thing as usual, guys. If you
Dire's
like these
top
videos,
tower's just died.
let me know in the comments down below.
Really.
And
Heard that tower
if you
had
think
kids.
it can be improved in any way, let me know as well. Also, if you've seen any other builds that anyone has been going on these heroes, basically like my videos are usually centered around heroes that I play now. And of course, at the end of the day, I believe these heroes are going to be gaining me MMR lah. So I'm just checking out to see what the pros are doing and how they're playing, what I can do better and what I can do
Radiant's
similar
top
to them.
tower is under attack.
And yeah, don't forget to check out my TikTok and YouTube as well. I post a lot of content there. Recently, I've been trying to figure out how to post shots. So like I'm posting up basically any moments, like 32 moments when I feel that are pretty big in my games, either by me or anyone else in my game. Like yeah, so I will just cut this out and put them out in shorts. But I'm also planning on making some shorts based on the videos that I'm releasing weekly, so that way people have a rough idea of a summary lah, basically on what this video is about and what they can expect. So yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.